and welcome back to my channel. My name is April if you are new here, but if you're one of my subbies, hey YouTube bestie. So today will be kind of part 2. We'll be talking about the second trimester of pregnancy. If you haven't seen my first video on the first trimester of pregnancy, it'll be in the description box below. Go ahead and check that out and then head back to this video. But yeah, like I said in the first video, it's going to be a series. I'm going to be talking about each trimester of pregnancy. So if you are interested, a load of my baby's laundry, because Lord knows there's a ever-ending supply of laundry in this daggone household. Second trimester of pregnancy is when you are between 13 and 27 weeks pregnant. So the first thing I would advise is your belly is going to start to show. You're going to start to show when you are in your second trimester, depending on if it's the beginning or the end, you're going to start showing. What I would do, my advice to y'all that are pregnant, is invest in solid pieces of maternity clothes. You do not have to get a whole wardrobe, in my opinion, of maternity clothes. One, you're only going to be pregnant for 9 months. You're only showing for about a third of that. To me, it's just, you could put your money towards other things. I got about 4 pair of black leggings. I got overalls, 2 things of shorts, and some jeans. That was my maternity wardrobe, so to speak, just because 90% of the maternity clothes I saw, one, were ugly. And the stuff I did like was super overpriced and expensive. And I just wanted my money to go towards other things versus, you know, some clothes. As far as tops and dresses, I just went like on places like Shein, stuff like that. And then just got like sized up. Like for instance, I was a size between a 12 and a 13 before I got pregnant. When I got pregnant at my biggest, I think I was a size 15, 16. So I just started getting extra larges at my biggest, 2X. Like, I'd rather get plus size clothes versus maternity clothes because, again, they were not cute. Another thing I would invest in is called a belly strap. I got one just because my belly got so heavy. I didn't gain that much weight anywhere else besides my stomach, so I was just like feeling it. It was making my back hurt. I was starting to have horrible posture. So I just ordered it off of Amazon. I want to say it was less than $20. I'll leave a picture and also a link in the description below. But I just invested in that. It was a game changer. It helped my posture, it helped my back. But I would definitely get some kind of extra support, especially if you're having a boy, just because most women that carry, or most people that carry, they carry it mostly in their stomach versus when you carry a little girl, you gain weight mostly everywhere. It might be a superstition, but in my experience, all the people that I know have gotten pregnant with a boy, it's always like the basketball stomach versus pregnant with a girl, and the weight is distributed throughout their whole body. So I would definitely, even if you are pregnant with a little girl, I would definitely invest in getting a belly strap. Another thing I did not know about pregnancy, so cute. Another thing I did not know about pregnancy is the second trimester is when you start the crazy cravings. For me, it was mostly pasta, like Alfredo. I wanted Alfredo all the time. What else did I want? I wanted ice cream. Not really ice cream, but like popsicles. I really didn't get anything super crazy. Like some people get the weirdest cravings. I didn't really get anything weird. It was regular food. It was just a lot of it. And one thing about cravings is, which I didn't know, because when you're not pregnant, you can get a craving, and like if you can't get it, it's like, oh, okay, whatever. When you are pregnant and you are craving a certain food, and if you don't get it and you eat something else, you'll still have that craving. Like, you're not full. It's like we're aliens. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, if I wanted pizza when I was pregnant and I couldn't get pizza and I ate Chinese food, I was not satisfied till I got the pizza. So they're intense cravings, but you will start to crave. Piggybacking off that, along with the cravings comes food diversions. Now, I heard this, but I was like, I'm greedy. I've been greedy. I was born greedy. I'm gonna die greedy. Ain't no way I'm gonna stop eating or not eat the foods that I love. Surprise. I love pasta, particularly spaghetti. Could not eat spaghetti for the life of me throughout my entire pregnancy. I think it was the tomato sauce, the red sauce. I would just throw up. And it wasn't like morning sickness throw up. It was like as soon as I tasted it, it just made my stomach turn. Look, just even thinking about how it made me feel, just ugh. But anyway, I couldn't eat red pasta. I couldn't eat shrimp. I wasn't supposed to have shrimp anyway because like the mercury, so you're not supposed to have a lot of seafood, but I could not eat shrimp. What else? I could not eat salad. I could not drink tea. Like I used to drink green tea probably like once a day prior to my pregnancy, whether it be cold or hot. Couldn't drink it. It was just a whole bunch of, like, I would go to the grocery store and I would buy things that I would normally buy because I liked it, but I would bring it home and I would either get a really bad stomach ache or be sick to my stomach to where I would literally throw up. So food diversions are real, things that you loved before you will hate while you're pregnant, and it kind of messes with your head because you remember how it used to take, how it used to taste and how much you used to enjoy it, and now you can't partake in it. So food diversions are real. Okay, this one is weird. You will get a lot of symptoms. Well, I got a lot of symptoms that I never heard of. I was having nosebleeds. It is a thing in pregnancy. I asked my gynecologist. I looked it up on I forgot what, I think it was John Hopkins, some credible website. About 9% of pregnant women develop nosebleeds and or nose problems. So the last time my nose bled is when I got punched in the nose, and that was probably like high school. So yeah, when I got a nosebleed out of nowhere, it was kind of weird. When I got the second one, I was like, what the heck is going on? When I got the third one, I went to the doctor because I was like, I got a tumor, something's wrong, I'm just getting these nosebleeds. I never get nosebleeds. And they told me it was because I was pregnant. And when I say other nose problems, I always had a dirty nose. This might be too much, what is that, TMI? But I would always have a runny nose. I would always have the oogers in my nose. It was just, I didn't understand like why. I didn't have a cold. At first I was like, maybe I have a head cold or something, but I didn't feel sick, but I always just had like a runny, dirty nose. And when I brought that up to my gynecologist, she was like, yeah, pregnant women create more mucus. Gross. Another thing I did not know, ligament pain. You will most likely start to experience ligament pain and pelvic pain, something called lightning crotch, which is just by the name of it, you can imagine how fun that is. You might get Braxton Hicks. All of these aches and pains are super normal. They scared the heck out of me because, again, first time mom, I was like, I'm having pain in my pelvic. That means I'm going in labor. That means something was wrong. No, it is what it is. This is going again with the belly strap I told you guys to get. That will help with a little bit of the aches and pains because your belly will be big and your back will start to hurt. Your pelvic will start to hurt just because it's the heaviness. So I would really advise you guys to get a belly strap if you can, but the ligament pain, look up Braxton Hicks. Your stomach will start being shaped really weird when you get the Braxton Hicks. It's just very scary, especially if you are a first-time mom like me. I was freaking out, y'all. I was freaking out. But it's all normal. No one told me about this prior to my pregnancy. I just figured any kind of pain below my boobs, that meant something was wrong. That meant I was going in labor, but it's very normal during your second trimester to have a lot of aches and pain. Let's talk stretch marks. Now, we already talked about getting bigger, your belly is starting to show, you know, baby's cooking. Stretch marks are something that a lot of women or a lot of people get scared of or they don't want. Me personally, I've always been a big girl. I've had me some stretch marks in a couple areas of my body. I wasn't tripping over stretch marks. But if you do want to minimize it, I used vitamin E oil and coconut oil, and I just rubbed it on my belly. Your belly will also start to get itchy. As your belly grows and your skin stretches, you will start to itch a lot. Don't scratch it because you will leave marks. Do not scratch it. But to help alleviate that, coconut oil was a godsend to me. And again, I just got some vitamin E oil off of Amazon and rubbed that, a mixture of the vitamin E and coconut oil, on my stomach every morning before I got dressed. So that was just my remedy. I had stretch marks on my stomach before, again, team big girl, but it did minimize the new stretch marks that I was getting because your belly does stretch out. Also, you get that, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a dark line you'll get from your belly button all the way up your torso. It did help lighten that. Also, something to look forward to, something I didn't know, your morning sickness will go away for most of us. Some women experience it throughout, but from my experience, it was still there. It was just minimal. Like maybe once a week I would get morning sickness, or once every 2 weeks. So it went not all the way away from me, but it dropped significantly. Along with that, you'll start to get some of your strength back. What I mean by that is you're still going to be tired, you're pregnant, you're still going to get fatigued, but for me and a lot of women that I talk to, you kind of get your second leg. You're not as fatigued as you were before, so you can get a little bit of more stuff done around your house, errands, etc., etc. You start to feel a little better. Doctor's appointments. Now, during your second trimester, you're going to be doing a lot of testing. This is when you get your blood work where you find out the gender. This is when you get any genetic testing if you opt into that. I did, so I was getting blood work done a lot, you know, just to make sure there were no abnormalities, because if my baby did have any, I wanted to prepare myself mentally and emotionally for that. So it's just a lot more doctor's appointments. You'll also get your glucose test. Me, because I'm a chronic anemic, I guess there's like some serum that you take and they test your blood. I couldn't do that because my iron was so low. It would have made my test results inconclusive. That's the word I was looking for, per my doctor. So I literally had to test my blood sugar, you know, the old-fashioned way with the machine. I had to test it for 2 weeks and monitor it, write down all my results for my doctor to make sure that I was not diabetic. But during your second trimester is when you'll take that test. This is also the trimester of planning. If you want to have a baby shower, this is the trimester where you need to finalize your theme, where you need to start looking at locations if you're not having it like at your house or someone else's house. You want to start getting your invitations and, you know, lock down solid things like that, a menu, things like that, just because you want to have your, and I'm going to tell you a story later about my baby shower, but you definitely want to start planning because it will creep up on you. So you want to be prepared for that. Also, if you're going to be doing any maternity pictures, things like that, you want to start planning your outfit. You want to lock down a photographer and a location, just because typically your third trimester, I'm telling you, it's not going to feel like it when you are in your third trimester, but it's going to fly by. And trust me, those two things will be the last thing on your mind your third trimester. So definitely start planning maternity shoots as well as your baby shower. These are things that I did not personally experience, but are very common during the second trimester, and that is heartburn and indigestion, as well as constipation. I didn't experience any of that, but a lot of pregnant people do, so I wanted to give those an honorable mention. I don't know how to treat those just because I didn't experience them, but unfortunately, though, you might experience those. Another thing I did not know about is in your second trimester, second or third, for me it was my second, you will start to have crazy dreams. I've never heard that before. When I mean crazy dreams, I would wake up like, if I literally wrote that down, I could be like the next Wes Craven or Stephen King. Mine were always weird and scary. I don't know, some people might be dreaming about fairies and like princesses. I was dreaming about gooms and goblins. Don't ask me why. But they were so vivid and so real. I would wake up with cold sweats. I would wake up scared. Like, the dreams were dreamy, okay? And not in a good way. Did not know that was a thing. My OB is very thorough. She was like, anything you're doing, you're feeling that you haven't before, you need to tell me. So I was like, yeah, I've been having crazy dreams. And I just said it like as an afterthought. And she's like, oh, that's normal. They don't tell us none of this, okay, before we get pregnant. There needs to be a book. Somebody needs to write a thorough book. And I know there's what to expect when expecting. There's a lot of stuff that's in there that you didn't put, sis. Whoever wrote that. I know it's a famous book, but you left a bunch of stuff out, okay? Another weird one. Sorry, gotta angle you correctly. Another weird symptom I didn't know about. Bleeding gums. Did not know about that. As I said in my first video, if you watched, I had a hard time brushing my teeth just because I would gag, and the flavor of the mint toothpaste, it wasn't the business. It wasn't the business. But to my surprise, you know, I'm brushing my teeth one day, and it was just like, I looked back at my toothbrush and it was a bunch of blood. And again, freaked out. There's a lot of freakouts during my pregnancy. But freaked out, and yeah, that's the thing. I don't know why. She explained it to me at the time, something about the hormones. I can't go in specifics against, I'm not a doctor. I just wanted to, the main purpose of me telling her is for her to tell me that my teeth weren't gonna fall out and or there wasn't a problem. So yeah, it's perfectly normal. She said bleeding gums is a thing. It is very gross. Nothing really you can do to treat it besides write it out. People exaggerated about was getting dizzy and having headaches. Now, I'm a person that I've always suffered, unfortunately, from migraines. So I don't know why I thought I wouldn't get them when I was pregnant. Don't know why I thought that. But per my doctor, she actually told me beforehand to expect slight dizziness, lightheadedness, and headaches. It's nothing to be worried about. There's really nothing that you can take for it to treat it. All you have to do is, or all you can really do is write it out. When I would feel like this, all I would do is, if I was at work, I would go to the breastfeeding room. We had it on the second floor, and I would just turn off the lights, and I would just sit there for about 10 to 15 minutes, take it as a break, just to alleviate my symptoms. If you suffer from headaches or dizziness, if you suffer from headaches or migraines, you know, if you're in a dark, quiet place, it helps a little bit. So that's what I would do. If I was dizzy, I would just sit in my chair and close my eyes. If I was at home, of course, I would go in my room and lay down. There's nothing really you can take for it because you can't take anything besides baby aspirin or Tylenol when you're pregnant. So there's no real way to treat it, unfortunately. You just have to kind of write it out until it goes away. But it is normal in your second trimester. Not all gloom and doom. Some good things that happen in your second trimester is you will feel your baby move. Whether it's the beginning, middle, or end, the second trimester, you should be feeling your baby swish around and move. I remember it was like 3 in the morning. I want to say 3:15. Yeah, it was about 3 in the morning. When I was laying in bed, it's not like on the movies where you feel a thump or a kick. It's kind of like a flutter. And at first I was like, do I have to pee? And like, if you're anything like me in the middle of the night, I hate getting out of my bed. So I'll just sit there till like my body confirms, yes, Heffa, you need to pee, get up. So I sat there, felt it again, and it was like a little flutter. And it was my baby moving around. It wasn't even like a kick. I just felt him move. So I don't know, I get kind of teary-eyed. It's definitely a special thing. Around this time also, your baby can hear and understand you. So I would talk to my baby. I would say good morning, how much I loved him, how much I can't wait to meet him, things like that. His dad would talk to my stomach just because we wanted him to be familiar with our voices. So I just think those are 2 cute things to look forward to, your baby moving and you feeling him, as well as him being able to hear and understand you. Another good thing or benefit come the second trimester is your hair, nails, and skin. My nails, I cut them off. Unfortunately, I'm the type of person, I bite my nails, and then when I broke one, I was like, I gotta cut all of them off. But anyway, your nails will start to grow, and a good grow. They're long and they're strong. They're not like the brittle or the flimsy kind. At least for me, they were so pretty. My hair got so much thicker and longer and healthy, and my skin was like this dewy, glowy. I'm sorry I have not told you I had my baby. I am almost, on the 2nd of next month, I'll be 2 months postpartum. I'll be doing a whole series about my postpartum journey too. But yeah, your skin will look so glowy and radiant. All the pictures I look at, I was like, dang, my skin was popping. But yeah, something to look forward to. Okay, y'all, that's all I have. Hopefully this was helpful to someone, especially new moms. things I didn't know about, things I wish I knew, and my advice. Again, this is going to be a series. I already recorded the first trimester. It'll be in the description box below if you want to check that out. And stay tuned for the third trimester video. Until then, guys, bye.